Hey guys, God bless. Um, so this video is probably going to be fairly short. The point of it is really just to show you a sign, give you a couple verses, and possibly explore this further in the days to come, which I don't think are many. However, if you all remember back, we had this planetary alignment. We had this Age of Aquarius sign when the moon's in the seventh house and Mars. I can't remember how it goes, but it was something of that nature. But it was basically focused on the Age of Aquarius, and there was, I know Tim Foster did a video on them who wrote the song. They're good Christian people. It was an inspired song, I believe, by God to show us, hey, things are going to start changing, and they have. We've had a lot of signs in different season, or a lot of signs during this season as it's progressed. I could get into a bunch of them, but I, I'm just going to put out some information here briefly. But Age of Aquarius is the key point. Then in August we had two eclipses. Not right now, but we had eclipses in the past that were connected. Okay, those were well. First off, we had the Great American Solar Eclipse, and then we also had two eclipses within a time span of several years apart on the 11th. And I did a couple videos on how those were connected to an eclipse that occurred in March on the 9th. So, with all of that said, we have two eclipses on the 11th. We also have one on the 21st, the Great American Solar Eclipse, which everyone was looking at, and two on the 11th on separate years. I'm trying to pull up the dates real quick. I'm sorry, I got another folder open over here, so I want to make sure I at least let you know the dates of them. And let's see here. Yeah, okay. There was 9 March 2016. Then there was an 11 August 1999. That was the last eclipse of that millennial period until we started in the 2000s. And then there was another eclipse 11 August 2018, and then of course the 21 August 2017. And of course everyone's looking at 9/11 this year. Got it. Understand. And I am as well. But what I wanted to show you today on this video is just something very interesting here. So I'm going to go to my sky diary here, and we're going to pull up September 2022. Okay, so everyone's looking at all this. We got a full moon on the 10th, of course, 9/11. Where this full moon is, to me, is extraordinary, because the Lord said to me a long time ago, pay attention to these star lines right through here. When things occur on these star lines, that's very significant. So if we go to that in this program, this full moon, exactly full at this time, September 10th, 5 a.m., 5:59, 33 seconds, is full and crossing dead center of this star line right here from the water jug of Aquarius. So, again, I'm not going to make presumptions, but that's started off with a sign about Aquarius and a song. And here we are. I'm trying to fix this, guys. Hold on. Here we are looking at a full moon the day before an anniversary of, one of the greatest attacks ever pulled off in America, and is coming from Aquarius. Now, if you don't know about Aquarius, okay, this is a very quick lesson here about Aquarius for you to do some homework on. I've talked extensively about the Pisces over here. These two are bound by Cetus. These are cords around their tails. You can see the little ribbons here. And he is dragging them down. Okay? two fish, just like the multitudes in the Bible. Two fish are the multitudes being drugged down by the enemy, the sea monster. However, there's one fish. Now here it looks like a serpent. It's not. It's a fish. It's called Pisces astronius with Fomalhaut. Most people are familiar with Fomalhaut being the eye of God. Okay, you can look that up. And this fish over here drinks the living water from Aquarius. Okay, so let's just look at a couple verses, because what's significant here, what's very important, is in the Bible, the full moon appears twice in the Bible. Okay, so let's look. We're going to look at my picture here, wherever it went. Okay, so these are just notes I did on a snap. Have the moon here, full moon on the 11th, Luke 22, 9 through 13, which includes 22, 9, 11. So where do you want us to prepare? This is in reference to the Passover. Now, I don't know if this is Passover. If we're, we don't know what the calendars are. We have really no idea at this point. If someone knows God's calendar, please let me know. Luke 22, 9 through 13, including verse 9, 11. What do you want us to prepare for? Jesus replies, as you enter the city, a man carrying a water jug will meet you. Follow him to the house he enters, and say to the owner of the house, the teacher asked, where's the guest room where I may eat the Passover with my disciples? He will show you a large upper room, furnished. Make preparations there. Okay? September 22, signs full moon, 10 September, right in the living water of Aquarius, the man in the upper room with a water jug. Okay? All right. So, in the Bible, full moon's only mentioned a couple times. It's mentioned in Psalms 81 and Proverbs 7, which we're going to look at. So in this chapter, he's warning of the harlot, okay? Keep my words, keep my commandments with you. Keep my commandments and live. My law is the apple of mine eye. Bind them up with your fingers and write them on a tablet in thine heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman, that they may keep you from strange women and from the stranger which flatters with her words. This is talking about the harlot. This is talking about the harlot church, okay? The harlot system, strange woman, okay? This is right out of Revelation, the one that's drinking the blood of the saints, as this is her, as what I'm saying. Okay, she goes out in the streets. I'll let you read it. But this is the part that you need to pay attention to. Okay, we need to pay attention to all of it, but this is a very important part. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. For the goodman is not at home. Who's the goodman? Jesus Christ, right? The goodman is not at home. He's gone on a long journey, right? He's gone to heaven. He's out of here. He's not here. He's taken a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed. So this day appointed, guess what this means? Day appointed. Give me a second. I got to find it. Hold on. So the day appointed, as you can see down here, these two screenshots, okay, day appointed, is a full moon. Full moon. Concealed, covered, to conceal or hide. Covering. Remember Psalms 91, Isaiah 26:20. Enter in through thy chamber, shut the doors about thee until the indignations be overpast. Protection, cover, overwhelm, to be clothed, to cover oneself. Okay? Okay, so that's one verse. Okay, and you can continue to read this, because the last thing he says here is, her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. So there's going to be some sort of thing going on here to entice people, I believe. Okay? Whether it's fallen coming on the scene, I don't know, or what, but there's a message here that people need to watch and pay attention to. All right, so what's our next verse? Okay, Sing aloud to God our strength, make joyful noise. So these people are happy, celebrating, blow the trumpet in the new moon and the time appointed on our solemn feast day. So there's something here with the new moon. Now, the new moon, the new moon has written several places in the Bible. The most prominent place I've seen is in 1 Samuel, I believe, chapter 20, where David and Jonathan are shooting Jonathan's shooting arrows to warn David. I have an idea what that's about. This may be an introductory video to it. We'll see what the Lord's going to have me do. I don't know. I just feel to get something out to you tonight, to get this to what the basics here. All right, so blow the trumpet in the new moon for the time appointed on our solemn feast day. For this was the statute for Israel and the law of God to Jacob. He ordained Joseph for testimony. This means witnesses. Okay, talking about the witnesses when he went through the land of Egypt and heard a language that I understood not. So he's talking about how in this psalm here, how he loves his people, and the Lord, if these people would just come back to him, he's just like, please, if you would have just submitted yourselves, and come to me, then I would have, fed you and, all these different things. I would have taken care of you, and, I would have subdued your enemies if you would have walked and listened to me. All of this would have happened. So something is drastically going to happen here. But let's look at new moon here. Okay, so let's take a look here. Hold on. Okay, so this is another snapshot. All right, so blow the trumpet in the new moon and the time appointed on our solemn feast day. Time appointed, this word appointed here means full moon. It's right there. Full moon. Right before 9/11. There's a feast day on that time period. We don't know what it is, but there's a feast day there. And just to show you here, you can go here to appointed. This is a very specific word. How many prophetic words have you read recently that says, I will come at the appointed time, or the appointed time? How many have you heard? Tons. I read a bunch today. Talked about appointed time. When the time is appointed. All of those words. This is only mentioned 2 times in the Bible. Psalms 81, Proverbs 7:20. Full moon. That's it. So get ready, folks. I think some things are going to happen before that. That's just me. But this is pronounced. Started with Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, and we have this sign the day before our biggest disaster in this country of a full moon smack dab in the center of this star line right here. This has to mean something. I've looked at these 3 stars. I couldn't figure anything out with them, but this is huge. Drink the living water. Oh, yeah, that's another thing I want to show you. This is exactly what he says here. Hold on just a second. Yeah, I am the Lord God, which brought you out of Egypt. Open your mouth wide, and I will fill it. What does Jesus say? He's always the living water. I am the living water. Open your mouth wide, and I will fill it. Pisces Asternis, drinking the living water. The only fish that does. God bless you guys. Take care.